Hi, I'm Matt from Solimar Industries. We're a SiFly eFoil dealer in Southern California, and we ship SiFly eFoils all over the United States. Um, Thanks for watching. I wanted to kind of break down the different models that SiFly offers. Um, there's about 4 major models, and I know as a consumer it can be hard to make those decisions. There's a lot of information to get, so I thought maybe I could make it a little easier, take one at a time and kind of break it down for you. So we're going to start with this one today. Stay tuned as we cover the other ones in separate videos. But basically, the SiFly eFoils are broken down into 2 separate parts, kind of an entry-level, lower-cost Rider series, and then the higher-end Stellar series. So I'm going to start with the Stellar series, and I'm going to start with my favorite board. I'm a little excited about it, and that's what kind of prompted me to make these videos. This is the Stellar S. So in the Stellar series, there's 3 models, and we'll cover them, like I said, coming up. But for now, this is the Stellar S, and this is sort of right in the middle of all the boards as far as size goes, but in the higher end classification of the Stellar series. So the Stellar S is available in 3 colors: white, red, and blue. The white is my favorite, and I have one obviously right here. It is 5'4" length and 98 liters. And again, that's right in the middle. There's smaller boards that are more nimble, and bigger boards better for entry level. So who fits on this one? This is best for someone probably in the maybe 150 to 220 pound, really big range of riders who is expecting, well, one of 2 things: either is expecting to get better and wants the higher performance of the lighter board, or isn't so cost conservative that they're okay. They want to buy the best of the best. So that's where this comes in. It is about 20 pounds for just the board itself, which is about 10 pounds lighter than the foam Rider Series boards. So that's really the biggest advantage, aside from the cool looks. It has visual carbon on the bottom, and it is obviously really light and really cool looking in the colors. So they all have the tan pad on the top. All of the Stellar series have the same battery compartment, waterproof battery compartment that open like that. Slightly different than the Rider series. This particular one is set up like I would like it for me. It has the SiFly quick mount mast on it, 75 centimeter. That's roughly 30.5 inches long mast. The quick mount is $1,000 upgrade, but for me, if I'm setting one up, this is what I'm buying, and that's kind of what prompted this video. Um, this is how I would do it. So with that, I have the quick mount mast. I have the Sport 700 wing, which is the smallest wing, with the Sport 240 stabilizer. So I've been riding for a couple years, but by no means am I any good. I'd say barely advanced, and but I'm also about 195 pounds. So for me, I like this bigger platform. I feel like it just provides a nice, big, stable place to ride. But I also enjoy the smaller wing because I think I'm good enough to enjoy it. So there's a smaller board out there for people that want to even carve harder and go faster. But for me, this is perfect. One other benefit to the quick mount is it comes in this case, and this case is quite a bit smaller than the mast that does not detach. So while it's $1,000 upgrade, this is one of the really big advantages is the size, space saving. So everybody's situation is different. If you're not taking yours apart, it may not matter, but if you're putting it on a boat or putting it in the back of a smaller car, this is a really good way to go. All of the SiFly Stellar series come with bags. This is the board bag, and then you'll have the mast bag. No matter what mast you choose, you get a bag, and then you get a bag for the battery as well. They're very high quality, big, robust zippers, super great bags. And then finally, I kind of wanted to show you. So I run that Sport 700 wing. That's what I like. This is by far the most popular wing across the board. This is the 1,300 square centimeter wing. I'd say like probably 80% of the customers order this wing. This wing's great for teaching people, but also it is small enough and sporty enough that you won't get bored of it. I still ride with it all the time. By no means am I better than this wing. It just comes down to preference, but most people get this one, and then you can always upgrade, of course. So just keep that in mind. I think usually when I sell a eFoil or talk to a customer on the phone, one of the first questions I ask is, how much do you weigh? People that are maybe between 160 and 220 pounds are going to do well on this wing. I think if you're on the lighter side, you might consider going to one of our other wings. If you're, maybe 170, 160 and less, this might not be the best wing because it has a lot of lift for that weight. And if you're over 220, you might consider the 1900 wing, which has a ton of lift and will get you out of the water no problem. And that really comes back to, where's your skill level? What other things have you done in your life? How's your mobility? How's your athleticism? There's no black and white answer, but for example, you might be on the heavier side, say 240 pounds, but you have done a lot of things in your life and you're very athletic. This wing will get you out of the water. It just won't get you out of the water as easily as the 1900. So that's why it's best to make a phone call. Don't just buy. And that's partly why these videos are important, because people are trying to do research and learn, and I want you to have the right information. But probably best bet is just call your local dealer, or call me and ask questions, and I'll help steer you in the right direction, so that you don't have to be disappointed when you get out on the water. I want you to have a good time and a big smile on your face. And eFoil's challenging, but we can make it easier. So the right wing is really critical. The white board is crucial. And then on top of that, don't forget, SiFly makes the floaty. It's not unreasonable to buy a higher end board, put a floaty on it with the 1300 wing, and pull that stuff off, and you'll have left over a very high performance board. So that's actually a really cool way to go. It basically turns a high performance board into an entry level board. So that's an option. We have all that stuff in stock. Give us a call. Again, we're Solimar Industries, and we're happy to answer our phone and answer your questions. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'm going to cover another Stellar series next, and then we'll cover the Rider series.